What is up, guys? Dirk here, and in today's video I have some potentially bullish news where altcoins might be setting up for a sort of mini altcoin season where we could see altcoins do a 2, 3, 4, 5x in the next few weeks, just like we saw in March earlier this year where we saw that exact same setup. And in this video I will be showing you why the charts are showing potentially that could be happening. So since this is a bit more of a bullish toned video, if you do appreciate that kind of update, smash the like button. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button down below. Click that notification bell. If you want to get on my email list, it's completely free. You get updates whenever I upload a new video. First link in the description down below. Alright, so let's start out by looking here at the crypto total market cap. It's called Crypto Cap on TradingView. And what you can see over here, the most important thing is the setup that is showing in a lot of different altcoins, which is basically we had this double bottom over here, but we're seeing a bullish divergence here. And this is on the 3-day chart. So every candle represents a 3-day movement. And to see a bullish divergence on these higher time frames, on daily, 3-day, weekly, and above, that tends to be pretty significant in terms of major trend changes. So we're seeing this over here in the same way that we saw this over here. As you can see, we had a similar sort of bullish divergence over here with kind of a flat bottom that was earlier in March this year, and then we saw this rally where it moved up. Now, we are seeing a similar setup in terms of the RSI divergence, but things are different because back then the RSI started from higher up, it's starting from lower over here. Obviously, we've gone through a year of bear market now compared to just a few months over there. And what is different this time around, as you can see also, is that back then we were starting significantly below the 50 moving average on the 3-day, but now we are starting right at it. So we had this rally in March where we rallied exactly up to this 50 moving average. We got rejected and we went all the way back down, as you can see over here. But now we're having this bullish divergence setup, the same double bottom setup, but we are literally about to reclaim this 3-day 50 moving average. And that is pretty significant because if you go back to what has happened in the past, you can see whenever we got above it, we had major bullish runs in general. Okay, sometimes there's a bit of a fake out, like here back before the March 2020 crash, we got above it for several weeks and then went back below it. But in general, if you're looking, you go back on this chart and you can do this yourself. In general, when we get back above this 50 moving average on the 3-day, the entire bull markets tend to happen above it. Right? And you can see over here, 2020, bull run happened above it. And here again, when we got back above it in August, that entire move to the upside happened again. So this is pretty significant. I made a video, my last video before this was talking about the 3-day 50 moving average on Bitcoin and how that signals bullish and bearish trends. But it also applies to other charts, of course, which is in this case the total crypto market cap. And I will show you on several different altcoins how this is also setting up in this way. Okay, so we are here, bullish RSI divergence on the 3-day chart, about to reclaim this massive important moving average. Going into Q4, we are in Q4 now, we have the midterm elections happening within the next 2 weeks. And as I've shown you over the last few months on the channel, in midterm election years, the average performance tends to be a bottom in September and then a rally for the midterms and Q4. And potentially we could be looking at a similar repeat of that. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know, the last couple of weeks, I have been pretty bearish and leaning towards a breakdown also that is a potential setup. But if the charts show us differently, again, we have to adjust our bias to what the charts are showing us. It's not about a personal opinion. It's not about me trying to be right or wrong with my own positions or anything like that. It is literally trying to interpret what the charts are telling us and warning us about which direction the trend is going, and then being able to adapt to that and position yourself according to what the trend is saying, even if it means that personally maybe I think that the markets could still go down. If the charts are showing differently and the indicators are showing us that it's different, well then maybe that opinion of mine of going lower is incorrect and I need to change based on what the charts are saying, and that is what I like to do. Okay, so again, it's not about my personal opinion here. This is what the charts are showing us and what has happened historically when this tends to happen. So we are literally on the edge here about to break to the upside. Of course, the caveat is we need to actually reclaim this and stay above it. If we get a repeat of this scenario of March this year, where we just poke above it and go back down, then that is a red flag, and then we could still break down lower, which is still always a possibility. But we have to acknowledge that with this bullish divergence, months of sideways, and potentially reclaiming this, if we do get that confirmation, and we will know pretty soon, I think within the next week or two, we will know, are we indeed going to get a break up to the upside over here or not? If we do, how much higher could we go? Well, look at what has happened in the past, and perhaps we get some sort of major rally in the stock markets and in the crypto market. So this is the total market cap. I've shown you Bitcoin in my previous video, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but you can see we're literally approaching this 3-day 50 moving average, and we are very, very close to it. If we can break above it and reclaim it properly and start this move, you can also see here a similar setup with this flat bottom, but a bullish RSI divergence over here. We could see a pretty big rally in Bitcoin, in crypto, in the stock markets if this tends to reclaim. And at this point in time, it's starting to look like it potentially could. But again, we can't count our chickens before they've hatched. We need to see that reclaim, that confirmation. We need to see the price getting above and closing above this 3-day 50 moving average on Bitcoin and on these other coins. But let me show you some different altcoins right now that are also showing a setup where that 3-day moving average has already been reclaimed. So a really good example here is the chart Woo, and you can see over here we had a very similar setup, multiple months of going sideways, creating this flat bottom, a bullish RSI divergence here on the 3-day chart, and a reclaim of this 50 moving average. You can see we have closed above it right now, and you can see in a similar way this whole massive bull market movement tends to be when we are above the 50 moving average. Over here also, last year in September, we broke back above it. Look at that, it went from 70 cents all the way to the all-time high at 178. So it did more than a 2x once it reclaimed that. You can see we've been below it all this time. We have just reclaimed it. So we could potentially see a 2, 3, 4, 5x over here if the whole market does indeed get a rally over the next few weeks. And that is important to pay attention to. You can see a similar setup over here with Solana. You can see months of sideways action over here since the June low, but a bullish RSI divergence on the 3-day chart. We are sitting almost right up against that 3-day 50 moving average, which it got rejected at after the March rally. But you can see, like I said earlier, the difference between the March rally and now is that we started from a much lower point. You can see also a bullish divergence over here compared to the bottom over here, and a massive, massive run where it went from $80 basically to $140, almost a 2x. The difference there was, again, first of all, we only had a few months of bear market, and we started from much lower, under the 50 moving average. We rallied up to it. By the time it got there, it ran out of steam, and it went a lot lower. This time, we have almost a year of bear market behind us, so in terms of time, we are coming to a criteria which is almost the same as the 2018 bear market that lasted for about a year. So time-wise, the length of the bear market is pretty similar, and price-wise, we are now starting this divergence and this potential rally from at the 3-day 50 moving average, meaning if we break above it, we could tend to go a lot higher, potentially back here to this 200 or so, or these lows. And again, that could potentially be a 2x on Solana, and perhaps on smaller altcoins, we could see 2, 3, 4, 5x, because back in March of this year, we saw Zilliqa do a 5x in March in that rally. Obviously, it came all the way back down, but we could see some explosive movements if we get this rally. Another one to look at, for example, is DigiByte. You can see here months of going sideways, bullish RSI divergence, sitting right up against that 3-day 50 moving average. And you can see we've had some spikes above it, but every time got rejected. But now we are already in a year worth of bear market, so the chances start to increase that we could start to see a larger rally and some significant upside. And finally, the last example that I want to show you here, DYDX, 3-day chart, bullish divergence, as you can see over here on the RSI, while we have a double bottom over here that has been building for many months. We have just also, you can zoom in here, we have just also actually reclaimed the 3-day 50 moving average. We haven't closed above it. We got the next close on the 31st, so on Monday. So unless things completely collapse over the weekend, we probably get that close above it. And then we're in that same situation with a major bullish divergence on the 3-day chart, a reclaim of the 3-day 50 moving average. Potentially, if the whole markets look good and continue to be bullish, we are looking at, again, more upside, potentially 2, 3, 4, 5x over the next few weeks. It is not impossible. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. Again, like I said, I want to bring you the information based on the charts and try and spot these larger term reversals as the charts tend to show this. Again, it's not about my own personal opinion, what I'd like the markets to do based on my positions, or if I want the markets to crash more so I can buy more. It's not about any of that. It's really about looking at the charts, what they are telling us, and trying to identify with some sort of certainty, or as much certainty as we can possibly do based on technical analysis, that when the charts are showing this based on multiple indicators, multiple charts, looking at the crypto market cap, looking at Bitcoin, looking at the stock markets, what's happening there, this could potentially be a turning point for more upside, but we need a little bit more confirmation, which we would get probably in the next week or two. I'm just bringing this to your attention now. Obviously make your own decisions. It's not financial advice. There's no guarantees that we do get this rally. But what I'm seeing here in these charts and what I've just explained to you on these charts, to me, that looks like there is potential for another March style rally for the next few weeks, where we could see 2, 3, 4, 5x on the altcoins. Obviously, as long as nothing goes crazy and the markets don't crash, in which case, obviously, I'd do another update if we get rejected or anything like that. But for now, this is how I'm seeing the charts. I wanted to bring this to your attention. Make your own decisions based on this. But for me, it is looking like we could potentially see some major upside in the next couple of weeks. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to get a rally or not? Leave a comment down below. Smash the like button if you haven't done so. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to learn more about these markets and what I'm personally doing, what I'm personally buying or selling, I share my own movements in real time with my VIP members inside our Discord group. I've got a whole community, courses, training, a monthly newsletter. All of that is part of a complete package I call Intelligent Cryptocurrency VIP. It is the second link in the description down below. If you click that, you can get all the details and you can come and join us right now. It's very reasonably priced and it comes with a full 60-day money-back guarantee. So you can sign up, you can go through the training, the courses, you can join us in Discord, and if you're not happy for whatever reason, you can get a full refund within the first 60 days if you wish. So, if you want that edge, I've been buying some spot altcoins and things over the last few weeks, which I've all shared in Discord. If you want to know what I'm buying, come and sign up, come and join us, because like I've been saying for the last couple of months, now during the bear market, this is the best time to get involved with crypto because everything is way down, 70, 80, 90% from the all-time highs. Compared to a year ago, now is an incredible time to start improving your skills, to start learning technical analysis, to start positioning yourself, to start doing research on which coins could potentially do a 10, 20, 30x over the next bull market. Now is the time, not when the markets are euphoric and when they're up 10, 20, 30x like they were at the end of last year. So thanks for watching. Smash the like button. I will see you in the next video.